Assalamu alaikum, hello and namaste. Welcome to another inspiring episode, number 81 of the Limelight. I'm your host Fareen here, and today on the hot seat we have a charismatic personality. She is an aeronautical engineer and currently she's working as a lecturer at the University of South Wales, Dubai. She's also pursuing her Ph.D. on sustainable cabin systems that are focused on passengers with disabilities. So, listeners, please welcome our guest Nehha Amreen Asif. Assalamu alaikum Amreen, how are you doing today?
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. I'm great, alhamdulillah, thanks. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, and it's a pleasure to have you on my podcast.
It's a pleasure to be talking to you as well. Likewise.
Thank you. Okay, so before we talk about your profession, I would like you to tell our listeners about yourself.
I am basically an aeronautical engineer. I did my bachelor's and undergrad in aeronautical engineering. I was raised in UAE. I did my schooling, my education in Abu Dhabi. I was raised here. My family is based in Abu Dhabi as well. Then I moved abroad for my studies. My undergrad, postgrad I did in the UK. After that, I came back to stay closer to my family in my home. Was with them for about 6 months looking for a job, and then I finally landed an internship. And from then on, started working as a project coordinator for 6 months during my internship. Then moved ahead and started working at Emirates University. I was there for about, I think, a year and a half, 2 years approximately, but I was working part-time. While I was working there, I got an interview call from another university, USW Dubai, and that's my current employer. So I've been doing my work there ever since. I am a lecturer. I teach aircraft maintenance engineering to students, and I am also currently doing my PhD. I'm in my first year of PhD as well.
Wow, lovely. It's so nice to know so many things about you, and I pray that Allah blesses you and your family with all the health and happiness in life. Ameen.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I mean,
You're welcome. So, now, what really inspired you to be an aeronautical engineer?
okay, so when I was in grade 11, I started thinking about my career options, and I had taken up the science stream, as you call it. So I had options of either going into medicine or technology or computer engineering or to completely different sorts of engineering like aeronautical. So I was doing research, reading up on things. And then I realized like in UAE, aircraft maintenance or aeronautical engineering is rising, and it's a good opportunity for people because it's a very niche market. And I thought about it. I didn't give it much attention until I was in my 12th grade. In my 12th grade, I decided that no, I'm not going to do medicine. I don't know. It's just a preference. I wanted to do engineering because I was good with math and numbers and everything. So I thought I would go ahead and do engineering. But then I thought about what sort of engineering I really wanted to do. Initially, I wanted to do a pilot's course. That was always my dream since I was a little kid. I wanted to do a pilot's course and then go into studies. But when I reached my 12th grade, I realized that pilot's course is not really a course, it's a license. So you can do it at any point. So what would eventually help me is study in a field related to aviation, and that's aeronautical engineering. I was always into aircraft since I was a kid anyway. I always wanted to design something that could go really fast or do something, that involved aviation and aircraft. So that's when I decided that I will go ahead and do my aeronautical engineering. The main confusion was whether I wanted to do a design based or a maintenance based. But as I started studying more about the course and requirements and everything, I realized that design is where it all happens, all the magic happens, where you create something new. You could create something faster. Nowadays, people create technology which would enable you to go into space. So I was really fascinated with all of that, trying to make one step ahead of what is already there, like make a contribution to this field. So that's when I decided that, I'm going to do aeronautical engineering. And I've never looked back since.
Yes, it's so amazing to hear. Like, you were so passionate about your dreams and you finally achieved that.
Yeah, and I'm still working on it. So that's the reason I didn't stop. Like, even though I'm working, still I'm doing my PhD because I want to contribute in some way to the field. And that's only possible through research and development. So I hope like it comes true at some point.
Yes, inshallah, it surely will come true.
Inshallah, hope so. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. So now, what are the different challenges, or what were the different challenges you faced while doing your job?
To be honest with you completely, Alhamdulillah, there aren't like as such challenges or something like that. So like I told you, I was working with Emirates Aviation University initially, and then I joined USW Dubai. So when I moved from Emirates, because Emirates was, if you can call it that, it was my first job. So moving from that environment to USW Dubai, because it's an international university, which is UK based, and it was brand new campus and everything. So it was just about getting adjusted to a whole different environment, learning the way that the company dynamics work. It was just about getting used to a totally different environment, I would say. That was the only challenge, if you can call it that. But I did have like colleagues and mentors who were there to support me the whole way. So it was like I was nervous whether they will accept me, or whether I will make a mistake, or it was just that initial nervousness of working with a new company. And I was the third or fourth person, I think, to be employed. So I was like, okay, I need to do well. I need to keep up my reputation as a good colleague or a good academic. So it was just that bit which was challenging, just getting to adjust with the new company culture. Basically, that's it. Everything else, alhamdulillah, was good.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. And I feel like when we try to give our best, so the work also we give out becomes the best.
Yes. I think that gives you sort of motivation to do well and, keep on your toes, trying and achieving something new each day.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Now, after all these serious questions, I have a fun segment for you.
Okay.
It is called the rapid fire round, where I will be asking you 3 random questions which you
Okay.
can answer in one word or a sentence. Okay?
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Question number 1. Which is your favorite dessert?
Okay, tiramisu. It has to be hands down.
Okay, that's yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second question is, if you were to choose one superpower, what would that be?
That's invisibility. I've already had this kind of talks with my friends, and that's definitely invisibility. So, I can go to any place I want at any time I want. No one's going to find out. Basically, like, it would also help me understand people better. Like, I cannot explain it. It's just invisibility. I think it's a really cool superpower.
Yes, indeed it is. I thought you will be choosing something like the power to fly.
No. I already work with the designs I'm trying to create, so it's fine. But for me, invisibility would be really, really, good.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, my last question is, which is that one thing you dislike the most?
I'm now stuck for words because I don't know what exactly to say to this. One thing I dislike the most, I guess, if someone has told that this is the way that this plan is going to work out, and then, plan cancellations or modifications, adjustments, or procrastination, that sort of thing, which will affect everybody else. That's something that I really don't like, because if we plan something, I like to go ahead and proceed with that plan, be it family wise or be it career wise, work wise, whatever. If there is a plan, I want to go ahead. If you say that from this day to this day, this is happening, this day to this day at this time, I like to make sure that it's on time and, done correctly, because then it affects not just me, then everybody else, whoever was involved. So that's just one of the things I say I would dislike.
And it's same for me. I really dislike someone if they just back out of what they have to do and then it falls so much back.
Yeah, exactly. If you say that, oh, this is happening today, or this is the vision that we have set forward, and then it doesn't work out that way, it's kind of disappointing. That's one thing. But if somebody is specifically responsible for it, then it's obviously like upsetting as well.
Yes, exactly. Well, that was the end of the rapid fire round, and your answers were amazing.
Okay, thanks. It was just a new thing for me. So
Oh, and that's okay. Many people say that it's like they get tensed or scared when I ask all these questions.
yeah, I'm sweating right now. So, okay, I did not expect these questions, but okay, it was fun.
Yes, that's the whole thing about it. Okay, and we have ended this rapid fire round. We move to our last segment where we ask for your advice to our listeners.
Okay, so this I will definitely tell you, whether it's like, you're a woman or a man, especially if you're a woman, I would say do not let go of your dreams. Go ahead, pursue them. And I think a lot of people are shy to talk about their dreams as a woman as well. They might be hesitant to approach their partners or family. So I would say that don't be, because once they see that you are passionate about it and they love you, they will definitely support you. For me, initially, it was about aeronautical engineering. It's a diverse, I mean, like it's not a very common field. So I had to talk to my parents and they were so supportive of it. My dad especially was very encouraging towards me going ahead. And then after I got married, which was after I did my master's and after I was working, my husband was super supportive of my PhD. My in-laws was super supportive as well, especially my mom-in-law. She always likes to support women. She said, don't worry about anything. Go ahead and do your PhD. So alhamdulillah, I think everybody who matters to you will support you in the end. So I would say that don't be shy. Don't try to, put yourself down or convince yourself that it's okay. You don't really need this. If you are passionate about something, just go ahead, pursue it, share it with your loved ones. If they really love you, and I'm sure they love you, they will support you. Try to put forth your ideas. Try to explain to people why you're so passionate about something, and things will work out in your favor. Just work towards your goal endlessly. Of course, there might be sacrifices. You might have to stay up in the hours of night, but just work towards it. Don't ever give up. It will happen eventually. That's what I would like to say. Don't give up and don't be demotivated by anything that, if you face a hurdle, don't be demotivated by it.
Wow, that was superb. I love that advice, and this is what we want for the women and men out there. Well, Amreen, that was the end of our podcast, and I thank you so much for taking time doing this podcast with me.
No worries, you're most welcome. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk to you as well. Thanks a lot. It was really fun.
Likewise here. Okay, listeners, if you have liked this episode, please click on the like button of the Limelyte page. Thank you for listening, and Allah Hafiz.